I'm erasing the stigma. That's who you think I am. I'm erasing the stigma of who you think I am.
Is it a fool you
I'm erasing the stigma of who you think I am. Who you think I am. I'm just an ordinary.
Hi there, I'm Joe Tyler. Are you stressed out, wigged out, freaked out, feeling anxious, angry, or depressed? Do we all begin to realize that insanity isn't all it's cracked up to be? Does being wigged out, guys, mean that we're all indeed in need of a little wig tightener? This is great stuff. Are we having fun yet? Well, and how many people talk to themselves? Come on, how many? Yay! After all, isn't talking to yourself having a conversation with someone you love? Or so we hope, and have come to know rather well, thank you. Right, Dennis?
Right.
Today I have Dennis Bowen, and it's with great respect that I believe that will show your appreciation for being hired on as this is official, damn it, the NAMI IED for Northern Nevada. With numerous accomplishments, right, Dennis, including captaining vessels in the Gulf Coast waters off the shore of Louisiana, and having been a minister and having come through life's tough childhood just like I did. Dennis, do you remember your first time lying? Anyway, I was a little 5-year-old, and I went to the store. I borrowed $1 from my father. And went to the store and bought a Bosswood glider. I was out flying the glider in the yard when my father said, "What happened to the $1 that I left on the couch?" I said, "I don't know." Right? Superman answer, right? I got caught stealing and lying all at one time. Yeah. So, yet I let her drift too long. What experiences do you bring to this job that you think would be fundamental for you? Can you think of something?
Well, just working in the ministry, working with in that type of atmosphere with people that need help functioning in the world, And I guess what I bring, of course, is my being a captain.
Yeah. And that's a leadership role, man. Your responsibility.
Right.
You've got to do stuff on.
I get one of the most important things is public speaking.
Yeah.
And I learned that through the ministry and the church, really helped me to public speak. So that's a huge part of it right there. And then also because I'm mentally ill.
Well,
so I have experience.
Shared experiences with mental health issues.
Yeah, and I can have empathy towards people that have it, And, I just discovered a year ago that my concentration was off, and there was manic depression. And now I'm able to deal with it, cope with it, which helps knowing that you have it because you can deal with it now. Yeah. So you can put a label on it.
And I'm glad you brought that up because that's having the lived, shared experience with good support from people around you can make it so you can do things that you never thought you could do before. And you're going to get a chance to as an executive director for NAMI Nevada. Now, another thing, as a respected friend of my family, you have warmed Bunchy's heart and taken on a leadership role on the website, which is nnami.org. It's just like the national one. It's got 2 N's, Northern Nevada, NAMI.org.
Right.
Which people can tune in to, www, And how did that put together the website? It's very interactive, I must say. It's a great site. How was it? It's hard work working on sites. Could you do that on the side, too?
I do that on the side. I've been doing that for about 15 years now. And now I'm going more towards the graphic art part and going more towards the 3D aspect of it, because there's already a lot of people now doing web design, and you can pretty much just pick up a program and install it in 5 minutes and have yourself a website.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's because you worked it up so that people can do interactive stuff and do a website themselves. Wow. Is that what you're saying? It's themselves?
Yeah, I'll always do websites. But the 3D, I think, is where it's at. The 3D. What I had a problem with is running a business and doing websites is my concentration. You know, I could go for 3 months just working nonstop, and then I'll crash for 2 weeks, and I'll get behind on everything. So that was a real problem with me trying to do web design in my business because my focus wasn't there, and I just get lost. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just because of me, and I wasn't disciplined enough. But
well, the computer is kind of a challenge that is always demanding. I mean, it's always there, demanding, you know. And when you're not feeling good, and you don't realize you're not feeling good, you know, to take on the challenge for it, it must be kind of like bumping your head up against the wall.
Right. It's like being able to think clearly for 3 months and then being confused about it.
You know, Dennis, that's what it says on the bottle of my medication. For clearer thinking. Yay! I'm going clearer thinking. This is great.
The magic pill.
So, and you're also a regular contributor to our NAMI of Nevada Recovery Journal, which I added.
Right.
And that's so cool. What kinds of things do you think you bring to the writing? And because we need people who speak good, write good, and can use judgment, you know, to prioritize things.
Yeah, I feel fortunate the way I came because I came roundabout, and you know, I came through the church and religion, and there's so many people that are religious that I'm able to write in that aspect, but it's not as write in a religious aspect, but write in an aspect where it's understandable, you know, applied to everyday world life things.
Which is a psychology thing. Psychology and recovery. The psychology of recovery is part of a strength. The strength of, for me anyway, I find my childhood. That's why I go back to my childhood. A lot of people do that. They go back to their childhood and say, "This is what I struggle with, and this is what I'm working on." You know, because I know. So, but is there anything in your childhood that you think is key to?
A lot of things. I'm the first time I'm able now to go back and look at my childhood and see exactly things that trigger emotions now. Yeah. And I'm able to have the memories to go back, not only the memories, but the feelings. Maybe not 100%, but the feelings are there, you know. So I'm able to go back to those places and understand why I have a reaction to certain things.
Well, let's get back to the organization, though. Let's see. You worked as a volunteer for NAMI Northern Nevada as almost a year and have apparently impressed the Division of Public and Mental Health, State of Nevada, Behavioral and Public Health for the State of Nevada enough to earn their support to be hired on. What trainings have you done? What priorities do you feel NAMI Northern Nevada needs to develop? Well, that's a compound question because what means did you have that you feel were key for Northern Nevada to get funding to support yourself?
In the beginning, you know, I think it was in January. You know, I asked if I can earn so much money, if I could get a salary and become executive director full time. So I earned over the amount, but because of NAMI just being the family it is, you know, I don't think it was so much me saying I was going to, you know, make that money and then pay a salary as it is just being a part of NAMI and how NAMI backed me up as executive director and how they're supporting me. And so just having that behind me. Before being in another organization, I didn't have that. So So now that I have that back, I feel real confident. And working with the state, I think it's just a matter of timing now because of the Health Care Act that Obama's putting through is changing it from not only psychiatric but also behavior
and public health too. The primary care they're trying to do all three things.
Yeah,
private care, public health too.
So it was just perfect timing. I think it's great timing. The state wants to work with us now, and NAMI's opening up to the state. I think they realize how big NAMI is. What, 500,000 people now?
So 440,000 nationwide.
So, yeah, I think I just got in at the right time. And I like it because it's not just something you have psychiatrically wrong with you, physically or chemically wrong with you, but now they're getting into behavior, which is, I think it's like drugs and mental illness. They kind of go together, you know. But then you have the behaviorals in there, too, that you have to work on.
So, is there anything you'd like to add? Is there anything I want to get Dave Clario, who's been your biggest supporter with the division, I think, to be on this show too at some point. But what's your relationship like with Dave Clario?
Some things we're doing today with Dave. Dave works for the government. He's the leader in
consumer affairs kind of guy.
Yeah. And we're putting together a network of peers support across Nevada right now. So we got a committee on that. I would like to add something because I've been thinking a lot about it lately. And working now with the state, it brings in a lot of more dynamics and stuff because it's more policy. Back to being in the ministry and all, there's three types of people, and there's three types of people we try to help. There's people that are just going to help themselves; they're going to do it. There's people that need to be told what to do or need help in doing it, and they'll do it. And then there's people that just ain't going to do it. And I think basically,
that's what we know. And I always say this: that we only penetrate mental health, only penetrates the population of seriously mentally ill, depressed, schizophrenic, or bipolar, only penetrates the numbers like 1/100 numbers of population. Because like Northern Nevada serves 330,000 or 3,500 people, and there's like 500,000 people in the area. So they're just penetrating at not less than 1%.
I think with the new Health Care Act, it'll come in. I think it'll come in now. It'll bring in the other people.
Well, thanks for being on. That's great.
Thanks.
And
appreciate it.
Oh wait, we forgot Bujo. Did we want to do Bujo? Let's do Bujo. Come on, Big Bird. Come on, Big Eagle, Big Eagle. Go, Big Bird. Get Big Eagle, Big Eagle, Big Eagle, Big Eagle. Good, go, Big Eagle. Go ahead, Critter. Big Eagle. Is there a bird? Good, Big Bird. Say something now. Obedient one. Come on, Critter. Obedient one. Obedient one.
Obedient one.
Go, obedient one. Go. Obedient one. Come here, he says. Isn't that a smart critter? Ain't that a smart critter? We almost forgot Bujo's spot. Sing, Moosey, sing. Sing, the bird, sing. Sing, the bird, sing. Sing, Moosey, sing. Yeah, can you understand that song for a trip to Hawaii? Yay. You know what it is, though, don't you?
Yeah, but can he turn squares?
All right. And then that's probably. Well, thanks, Dennis. And we'll get.
Well, thank you.
Good job. Oh wait, we'll get some music. Probably.